Welcome back to the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls around the world. Good evening, boys and girls. Are you ready for bed? Are you all snuggled up and ready for the Lights Out bedtime story? Well, you're in for a treat tonight. The third treat of Fing by David Williams. Chapter 3, Fury. Can you guess what Myrtle demanded for her 10th birthday? In the incredibly unlikely event that you guessed a pair of exploding socks, a life-size blue whale bath toy, when it went in the bath all the water spilled out, a balloon model of the Taj Mahal, a pencil unsharpener, and a robot pea, then congratulations, you were correct and win £1. Mr. and Mrs. Meek were forced to give their daughter all these things that she demanded for her birthday. If she hadn't, Myrtle would have howled the house down. "A happy birthday, our beautiful angel," they called out as Myrtle lay in bed, ripping open the presents and throwing in scrunched up balls of wrapping paper back at them. Rustle, doink. Moments later, she was demanding something more. What was unusual this time, though, was that the girl had absolutely no idea what that something should be. Myrtle had so many things that she couldn't think of a single thing in the world she didn't have. "I want a Fing," she announced over breakfast. The girl was scoffing an enormous ball of chocolate ice cream with 17 chocolate flakes stuck in it and an ocean of chocolate sauce on top. Yes, Myrtle had chocolate for breakfast and lunch and dinner. Well, would you say no to her? Mr. and Mrs. Meek, who were dipping their neatly cut soldiers into boiled eggs, shared a worried look. A Fing? What did she mean? "A Fing, my dearest darling?" asked Mother, putting down her book. 100 poems for ladies. "Yeah, are you deaf? A Fing." "And what's a Fing, sweetness?" inquired Father, putting down his book, 100 poems for gentlemen. "I don't know, but I want one." How do you spell it?" asked Mother. Myrtle's face went scarlet with fury. "I ain't thick. You spell it the normal way. It's a f-ing, Fing." The girl thumped the breakfast table with a fist to add emphasis. Bash! All the crockery flew into the air and smashed onto the floor. Crash, bang, wallop. "Pick up the pieces now," the girl ordered. On their hands and knees, under the kitchen table, Mr. Meek whispered to his wife, "What are we to do? Our beloved offspring wants a Fing, but I don't think a Fing is a real thing. I worry a Fing is a made-up thing. We'll have to think something, replied Mrs. Meek, just before she felt a boot up the bottom. "Boof! Ouch!" she cried. "Shut up down there," came the voice from above. "I can barely hear myself blow off. Ah, that's better." Mr. and Mrs. Meek were in a panic. If they didn't come up with some Fing, there was going to be trouble. Big trouble. The end of Part 3, Chapter 3 of Fing by David Williams. Here on the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls and things around the world. Good night. And if you've listened this far to the story, thank you very much. Here at the Lights Out podcast, we are well on our way to reaching 500 ad-free stories which is halfway to the mission of 1,000 ad-free stories forever for boys and girls around the world. And if you would like to support us in this mission, if you'd like a shout out, simply reach out to us anywhere you can. We're on all the podcasting sites, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We are here, and we have over 10,000 listeners every week tuning in to the stories. So thank you very much. It'd be great to hear from some of you, and I'll say good night because it's back to the dreams now, because it's all about the dreams. Good night.